All right, it is 11:11. We're going to get started. I know it's a little earlier, but should be a pretty quick one. So we're looking at more practice here with the perfect active system. So just friendly reminder, third principal part is the name of the game. Anything perfect active is the third principal part. And like I said on Monday, the trickiest thing is you got to know the third principal part. So we're going to do a little bit of vocabulary review here as well. Just a reminder that the third principal part oftentimes looks very different from the first two. So the first one is done for us: ambulo, ambulare, ambulavi, ambulatus. That's your classic first conjugation pattern. So we had walked. That's pluperfect. So ambula veramus, right? Eramus, we had. Ambulav, right, from the third principal part, we had walked. So credo, our principal parts are credo, credere, credidi, and creditus, right? This is the verb to trust, to believe. So she trusted, right? So we're going for regular old perfect tense here. Make all of these bold here. So we go to the third principal part, credidi. We chop off the last I there, so we get credid. She trusted, perfect tense, nothing fancy. Credidit. Okay, I think I can make these a little easier to read. There we go. I think I can probably, let's see. There it is. Faccio, our principal parts, faccio, facere, feci is our third principal part, and then factus. I will have made, so everything is based on that third principal part. Fake, I, so first person singular, will have made, so we're going for future perfect here. So future perfect, fake ero, fakeris, fakerit. The verb eubeo, principal parts eubeo, eubeire, it is second conjugation, eusi, and eusus. This is you ordered, right? You, one person, ordered, so we're going for second person singular. Third principal part, eusi, so we chop off the I, we get use, and then the you form for perfect is isti. So eusisti, you ordered. Next verb is read, lego, legere, legi, and our fourth principal part is lectus. And by the way, these are coming from up here, right? There's no magical way to say, oh, it's lego, so it must be lectus. It's just, you just got to know them, right? And these are old vocabulary words for us as well. Lego, legere, legilectus, so we're going for leg as our stem. Y'all had read, so that is pluperfect, so eram, eras, erat. It's y'all, so eratus, legeratus. Audio, principal parts, audio, audire, audivi, and auditus, right? It's that classic fourth conjugation pattern. They have heard, which is just perfect tense. Audiv, right, is my stem. Audiverunt. So perfect tense, remember that last one. E isti it, imus istis, and then erunt for our last one. Audiverunt, they heard, or they have heard. Next verb is winko. The principal parts of winko, this is kind of a classic pattern when you have an N in the first two principal parts, like winko, winkere. Oftentimes that N is going to disappear. So you get wiki and then victus. This is the verb to defeat, to conquer. So I defeated, that is perfect tense, just first person singular. It's the third principal part. It is a wiki. So wainy, weedy, wiki. I came, I saw, I conquered, I defeated. Scribo, principal parts, scribo, scribere. Then it becomes scripsi, is your past tense. And then scriptus is that fourth principal part. So scribe, like prescribe, and then prescription on that last one. Scriptsy, so we chop off the I, we get scripts, and it's we wrote. So again, just perfect tense. We wrote scripsimus. The verb lead, duco, ducere, duxi, and ductus. X in the third principal part is a common form as well. He will have led, so dux is my stem from the third principal part. He, so it's going to be third person singular, will have. So ero, eris, erit. Duxerit. And the last one, incipio, incipere, incapi, inceptus, which is kind of like capio, capere, capi, captus. It's the root verb in there, but this is incipio, incipere. Inception would be the English word that we get from this. So it has begun, present, perfect, right? Just perfect tense. Third person singular, so we get our stem in cape, and then just it, right? In cape it, third person singular. So there we go, right? So I would imagine that something like this might appear on a future quiz. Just throwing that out there. Okay. These little mini synopses, right? Just practicing our forms here. So I got the little conjugation box here, but remember, conjugation really doesn't matter. This verb happens to be third IO, but that's not going to affect anything. Acapit, he received, so the pluperfect version of that, we use the same stem, acape, instead of e isti it. For pluperfect, we use erameras, erat. I can make these a little easier to see as well. So acaperat, he received, becomes he had received, and then future perfect, acaperit, he will have received. Our next verb here is pono. Remember, guys, conjugation doesn't matter, but never hurts to practice identifying those things. So it is third conjugation. Doesn't matter. We're going for third plural this time. So as always with anything perfect, third principal part, posui. So we get posu is our stem. Third person plural, e isti it, imus istis, erunt is our last one. They placed, right? Or they have placed. Pluperfect, posu instead of erunt. This time it is erant. They had placed. And then future perfect, ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erint. It's that weird one. Posu, erint. They will have placed. We'll just keep on going. Next verb here is peto. Peto is also third conjugation. Doesn't really matter here. That's okay. So we're going for that third principal part, petiwi. So we chop off that I, we get petiu, right? And then for second plural, we have e isti it, imus istis. Y'all, past tense of seek, y'all sought. Thank you, English. Petiweratis, y'all had sought. And future perfect would be petiweritis. Y'all will have sought. Or y'all have sought for you Mogellians. So istis, eratis, eritis for my three tenses. Cono, third conjugation. Turns out third conjugation is pretty popular. We go for our third principal part, kikini. We chop off the I. So that's going to give us kekin. First plural is the we form. Kekinimus. We sang. Kekin eramos. We had sung. Changes over to sung. And kekinerimus. We will have sung. So we sang, or we have sung. We had sung, we will have sung. Last one here is the verb dico. Wouldn't you know it? Third conjugation. Still doesn't matter. Our perfect stem here from the third principal part, dico, dicere, dixi. So we have, oops, change the font here. There we go. Third person singular, so we get dixit. He or she or it said. Past tense of say, said. Dixerat, he, she, or it had said. And dixerit, he, she, or it will have said. Dixit, dixerat, dixerit. And we end here with a noun adjective pair, just to keep those skills fresh. Bump this up as well. Let's start with the noun, nauta, nautai. So it is a first declension noun. Nauta, nautai, nautai, nautam, nauta, nautai, nautarum, nautis, nautas, nautis. First declension, gotta love it. Then we look at our adjective here. We have keller, kelleris, kellera. I know it's third declension because one of those forms has an is, an is, so it's definitely a third declension adjective, right? It is 3 terminations because we have 3 separate forms, masculine form, feminine form, neuter form. The one we care about in this pair is keller because sailor is masculine, so we use the masculine form keller. The genitive of keller is kelleris. Remember we said in class the genitive is always the one that ends in an is. That's just what genitives look like. We're in third declension mode now, so keller, kelleris, kelleri, kellere. Oh, it just auto-corrected me to celery. Get out of here. Keller, kelleris, kelleri, kellerem. And then the ablative singular, this is one of our I stem forms, kelleri, which is pronounced kellery, not celery. My plural, since it's masculine and feminine, kelleres, right? Kellerium, for my genitive plural, that's one of our I stem forms, kelleribus, kelleres, and kelleribus. Okay. So third declension adjectives basically follow the third declension pattern with a couple of extra i's in certain situations. Ablative singular, genitive plural. And that is it for this worksheet. Pretty quick one. We will practice more in class Thursday, Friday when I see you guys. So if there's still any questions about how to form these verbs or anything to do with these adjectives, we'll have a little bit more practice with it this week. I know I'm recording it at not a normal time, but unfortunately I have to run out somewhere before office hours. So I'll be in office hours today from 1:20 to 2:15 if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in class. Bye, everybody.